Hey everyone, this is Jarlaxel and welcome to Channel Duelo. It's been a while since I shot a video. I think it's been a week. So, I think, trying to run two channels at one time is kind of catching up with me. That's why this lack of content keeps happening. and But there's also Elden Ring, so that's the real reason here. I'm trying to, both play the game and try to generate some content for the Elden Ring game in Turkish on my Turkish Duello channel. So if you're interested in that game, you can check out those videos. I'm shooting some guides and so on for the channel there in Turkish, but that could help even without the language barrier. Anyhow, so getting back to Gwent. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not playing Gwent this season. I'm just, playing this to shoot videos. But I'm watching a lot of Gwent content, when I'm doing something in the background, watching the Twitch channel and so on. So I'm, keeping track of what's going on in the meta. So I still have, information at least what's going on. And, as I predicted, Squirta has become the fifth faction this season, so we got 5 decent factions to play with. I guess Monsters, I think, is the worst one, so that's why we're not seeing that faction in the tournaments any longer. So hopefully the new expansion and balance changes could fix that. Maybe I'm not playing Gwent a lot, but I think it's looking better, with each balance changes. They try to fix things when you look at it. So I'm optimistic for the future. Well, the new expansion will arrive soon, actually. We don't have any information about that, what its name is going to be, or we didn't see any leaks and so on. So hopefully that will change by next week, and maybe we can talk about that as well. So actually, it's been kind of a blessing in disguise, because I have time to play Elden Ring and hopefully complete it by the new expansion arrives, so that I can spend more time with Gwent next season. Anyhow, so content once a week will become the case, until the new expansion arrives. So there are just 2 or 3 weeks, I guess. I don't check up on it. So what are we playing today? Well, we're gonna play Syndicate today, and it's still possible to play Syndicate with a jackpot leader ability. Last season off the books kinda has been pushed back into the meta with some buffs and so on. So jackpot and off the books are our options. But Congregation, Swarm Syndicate decks received a huge buff. But despite that, we're not seeing any Congregation in the ladder. And because there are a lot of anti-tools, and when you build Congregation decks, you don't have any control tools, and elves are doing it just better. So if you want to play Swarm, you should go ahead and play elves. You both swarm the board and also control the board with it. So that's probably my favorite archetype this season. But the buffed Congregation cards are seeing play on different decks, so it is kind of an interesting issue here. I don't think CDPR planned for this, and the deck I will be playing is somewhat anti-meta deck, because there are some cards that you're not gonna see in some seasons. Because since Elf Swarm is popular, we're seeing cards like Tin Boy here. So in the next season, you're probably not gonna see Tin Boy, and when you play on ladder, maybe you don't need to play that card. But you're seeing a lot of Swarm, so maybe that's the right call. This is the deck that Magpie played this weekend. There's just one card different. A bronze card is different than the version he is running, and the previous week another player made this deck popular. There could be some changes, but the foundation is the same. Well, this deck is running, as I said earlier, Congregation cards. Interesting, isn't it? So what are those cards actually? Well, these cards are so good you don't have to run Congregation at all, because they bring a lot of value on the board. Like this card, Eternal Fire Disciple. You know, for 4 provision, you play this guy. He brings profit too, and then with fee 1, you know, you produce Firesworn Zealot, and you have 1 coin remaining. So 4, 4, 5, and 1, so 4, 4, 6, and a lot of potential. You know, because you can produce. You can keep producing, you know, Firesworn Zealot tokens as long as you have money, you have coin in the bank. So this is an engine, this is a spender, this is a really great value card. I mean, definitely one of the best 4 provision syndicate cards right now. So that's why we're not running poison, instead we're running this. So actually one of the reasons, you know, we're running Tin Boy here as well, you know, against syndicate. Tin Boy will be valuable, you know, just to wipe out the tokens maybe. And since we're playing this card and we're going to be producing tokens, hopefully we can play Eternal Fire Inquisitor. You don't have to play Congregation to play this card. This is just a 4/4/10 card probably. I mean, just close to Blightmaker Mage Assassin combo. As long as there's a Firesworn token on the board, you can play Eternal Fire Inquisitor on the board. You kill that token, this guy boosts himself by 4, so it's 4/4/8. And then after 1 turn later, it's gonna generate the Destroy token. So it's 4/4/10, and you put 2 bodies on the board. It's just an amazing bronze card. So, you know, a couple of top quality 4 provisions are added to this deck. And we're sacrificing, you know, the fist deck guys. And then what else new here? There's Cleric of the Flaming Rose. So this is the alternative, you know, token generator here. But other than that, this guy, you know, has profit 3 right now. He has been buffed as well. And with tribute 2, and which is actually tribute 1 in this deck, because of the off the books leader ability, your tributes cost 1 coin less. So it's much better when you're running this leader ability. And also with V1, you can, you know, transform these tokens to 3 power tokens. And again, you know, you can play Fire Inquisitor, destroy that 3 power token, and then again you can spawn a base copy of destroyed token, so it's going to be 3, not 2. So no loss there. And Magpie was running 2 of these. I'm kind of worried about the consistency on this deck, so that's why I'm running a single Eavesdrop and a Cleric of Flaming Rose. And there are no thinning cards here. There is no Flying Redanian, which sounds like a heresy. But I mean, if you're lucky and, you know, you draw your cards, this deck is quite powerful. I only played a game to create content today, and I didn't, you know, feel the loss of Flying Redanian. But I mean, some versions were running Flying Redanian and they weren't running Borsodi Brothers. And keep talking about them, you know, Borsodi Brothers are pretty good in this deck. And since Freak Show got nerfed, I think this duo is kind of replacing Freak Show and Kurt. And the loss of Kurt is also, you know, controversial. You can run actually Kurt and Freak Show and not run these 2 guys, but I think overall they bring more value on the board. I was running a version of this deck without Borsodi Brothers and with Freak Show and Kurt. It worked out quite good, especially when you combine Kurt with, you know, Freak Show. You can actually generate more points. But I mean, both of these guys are actually spenders. I mean, even if you don't, you know, play them in different rounds, they still, you know, generate coins. Especially this guy, if you have, you know, leftover coins, you just bleed the opponent's units. It is much better than, you know, giving vitality compared to Borsodi. But if you play this in the first round, and then if you play Borsodi in the second round, yeah, I mean, this guy is gonna generate 6 coins, which is as close to Sige as you can get. So this is a good combination for 14 provisions. So not bad at all. And we're running Blindheim. So if you didn't see this deck, you would say like, wait, where is his brother? Why are you running Blindheim and there's no, you know, poison synergy? Well, the thing is, we're going to be producing a lot of tokens here. So when you play Gellert Blindheim before Adrenaline 5, this guy is going to bring a lot of value on the board. He's going to, poison all the tokens on the board. And on top of that, you can maybe use your leader for added value, and you can get out of the first round. So this deck is not going to, lose uneven easily. There are a lot of good value proactive plays in this deck, so it's not gonna struggle mightily on blue coin. And this deck can play long round as well. I see the potential here, and similar to Jackpot, again you can finish a short round with your Savola King of Beggars combo, but you gotta be careful. So King of Beggars could come out earlier than you expect. So that's a problem here. Or I mean, because there are a lot of tribute cards in this deck, and in the sample game you're gonna see, that happened. Still, I mean, it was okay, I guess. And so you gotta keep track of your bounties. That's for sure. Not bounties, tributes. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's move to the top of the deck and see the rest of the gold cards here. Well, first of all, our stratagem isn't Tiger's Eye. We're running Tactical Advantage because there are some engines that we want to protect, like Cleric of Flaming Rose, Tax Collector sometimes, and Eternal Fire Disciple. You kind of want to protect these. That's why we're running this Tactical Advantage. And there aren't actually great spenders in this deck. We're not running, the pirate guy, Sea Jackal. So we're probably not gonna, need Tiger's Eye stratagem. That's why this is a better choice here. Okay, let's move down the list. Professor is kind of a auto inclusion for every syndicate deck, other than Congregation, and sometimes this Tribute 3 could be helpful in this deck, because it's going to be Tribute 2 due to the leader. And then Jacques is just amazing in this deck. This goes really well with the leader ability. Because with Tribute 3, you're going to, generate spawn 2 Firestone Zealots. I mean, you're probably going to use his second and third form. So it's going to generate these tokens, and he's a spender and so on. So and there's also, I mean, if you play this guy in the third round, this is a devotion deck. And when you play, Firestone units, because we have some Firestone units, you're going to get additional value. So don't forget about that. Okay, so Jacques is just pretty good here. And King of Beggars is obviously, the deck is built around this card. Your tributes will be free until he comes out. That's a really great card. It has been, buffed to 1 power, which is kind of crazy. So what the next step will be, I guess, 0 power or something like that. Okay, so the Timboy is, for special occasions, I guess. It's great against Swarm. But this is going to be Tribute 7 in this deck. It's really rare this will happen, but with Tribute 7 you can damage all enemy units by 2. So he kind of fits the theme of the deck, the Tribute theme. But most of the time, you're not going to get huge value out of Timboy unless you're running and playing against, Swarm decks. Well, this is a tech card, so... But I mean, an 11 provision tech card is kind of expensive, gotta admit that. Well, Orson Jr. is probably the reason we're running Devotion here. No need to say anything further about him. Vival the Bank is for, consistency. And, well, since this is not a royal decree, you're not guaranteed with your draw, so you can miss out on your Savola. But it's not a huge deal compared to Jackpot in this deck. Morality is basically for Toll Punish. So with Tribute 5, you can kill a big unit. And then we talked about these, I guess. So Eavesdrop is for consistency, especially if you have King of Beggars in your hand. And Eavesdrop, don't send King of Beggars back to the deck. You play Eavesdrop and send King of Beggars at the bottom of your deck. So for the next rounds, you're gonna guarantee that you're not gonna draw your brick. That's why Eavesdrop is quite good. But again, I mean, just like Magpie, you can play 2 Cleric of Flaming Rose and no Eavesdrop. That's okay. And then Salamandra mages are really valuable in this deck. For 5 provision and with Tribute 3, actually not 4, you damage 3 adjacent enemy units by 2, and you usually do that. Tribute 3 is definitely easier than Tribute 4. And with Adrenaline 5 on the board, you gain 2 coins instead of 1 coin as long as you keep paying tribute abilities. And when you play, 0 tributes like Arena Ghoul and Renegade Mages, I mean, why 0 tribute? Because of the leader. But you still have to click on pay tribute, even though it's 0 tribute. So when you do that, you're gonna gain 2 coins if there's Salamander Mage on the board and you have, at least 5 cards in your hand. So that's a really good interaction. So if the opponent is experienced, they should do whatever it takes, to kill Salamandra Mages before the Adrenaline 5 kicks in. And Renegade Mages are kind of average cards in this deck. But there are actually a lot of 3-powered units. So with Tribute 0, you damage a unit by 3. So it's 4 for 7 basically. You can kill an elf or something like that. So 2 of these. A single Tax Collector. I mean, that's a standard, Syndicate card. We see this guy a lot. And 2 Mutants Makers. Since we're running Devotion, they're just, solid 4 for 7 cards. But it's not as good as in Jackpot, because when you over profit in Jackpot, you get the boost, not in this deck. Well, this is not an easy deck to pilot, because there will be a lot of calculations. With Jackpot, you don't need to calculate much, but in this deck list, your math should be decent, so that you don't lose to, poor coin management. Okay, so that's about it. It's a lot of fun to play with this deck. And hopefully you're gonna like the game that I shared with you. See you at the end. Okay, so we're facing Inspired Zeal. It's probably students. Almond blue coin. It doesn't help. And my hand is full of bronzes. Lovely. Okay, so I got 2 Salamandra mages, which are pretty close to golds, I guess. I think I can... Well, let's get rid of one of these. That's very nice. I wish I didn't get rid of that Disciple there. Okay, that's also helpful, I think. I don't need this. That's really good. And let's get rid of this. Okay, definitely we got some improvements here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. And boost them with the stratagem. Okay, so this is not a normal deck. And I think that's a legitimate threat that I need to deal with. And this is the way. It's probably, majority of the deck is built around that card. Although, this was a really... Okay, so this is a siege deck. Interesting. So I can't kill that. Okay, now what do we do? I think I will need some coins here. And I'm gonna probably play, Gellert here. So let's play this. Pay tribute. And then now we have 3 coins. Let's use this. I have 2 coins left, and I can transform one of these. But I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. But maybe I should, right? Because I'm gonna need 1 coin later. Although I have Gellert here coming up with a lot of coins, but I can use leader just in case. So I think this is enough. Okay. I thought he wasn't gonna use it. Okay. Okay, now we can do this. And then poison these guys. That is a lot of points. It looks like opponent will keep playing here. Interesting. Okay. So we can get some, good cards out of him then. Assault. Okay, that's... So he uses the first assault. Let's just use this. Should I use leader? I don't think I need to, right? I mean, if I use leader, I mean... But I think this was, just... I guess to use amphibious assault. Okay, opponent keeps playing here. So it looks like I'm gonna play Salamander Mage here. Okay. But the thing is, I don't have tribute. So let's do this. I don't think I need Ghoul here. Let's poison this guy. And then... Okay, that's enough, because, I don't want to use leader, and Salamander Mage needs that 3 tribute. Yeah, that's nice. We shortened the round a bit. We had to use Junior though. I don't know, I got scared of King Belhun. Okay, now we gotta bleed the opponent like crazy. So I can start with Jacques here, and I don't know what to play after that. I think this... Okay, this is good. I'm gonna keep the sand. I mean, Jack is just amazing. with this leader. So I have 5 coins here. I can spend 2 of them, actually. But I think I need... well, there's probably... that guy. Let's save the coins. I mean... there's probably Prince. Okay, King Hellselt, that's interesting. Okay. So we're getting a lot of stuff out of him. I mean, I can kill this with this, and it's worth it, I guess. Let's spend 1 coin. I will probably kill that with Professor. Well, if he puts another... yeah, that's a problem. Well, it isn't actually. I can kill that. Let's just do this. Ouch! That wasn't the plan. So maybe we'll just, you know, go for 2-0 here, I guess. So I have 2 spenders here. Let's do this so that this doesn't kill it right away. And let's keep going. Trollolo, interesting. Let's just kill that. Okay, so 7. I think we'll 2-0 this guy, because he doesn't have siege. There is the siege. We'll just pass, I guess. The thing is, I didn't play horse Borsodi here. Yeah, let's pass here. So I'm gonna need 6 coins for Savola. Okay, he should have done this earlier to kill this. That's a mistake in my opinion. He should have done this right away. That's what I was expecting. Okay, so we got rid of Siege, we got rid of King Henselt. So there's probably Prince Ansei left. Okay. That's nice. What do I have left here? Nothing. So let's, I mean, this is the last card, we know that. So this is gonna bring 3 coins, but I don't think I need 3 coins right away. Yeah, this is definitely better. Let's just hit that. I can kill that either with U-Ult or Salamandra Mage. Yeah, I think I should go for bank here. 6. I can use 1 leader. Yeah, there's the guy. Wow, that was massive. Okay. Okay, so if I do that, I'm gonna over profit by 1, so I think this is a better choice here. Let's use bleeding on this. He's probably gonna kill that. Okay. Let's put this here. Give some vitality to them. And that is enough, I guess. Maybe I can use 1 more. Well, the thing is, yeah, I think I should just do this to... I have enough coin to trigger. Bombardment, okay. That's pretty bad. Okay, so does it matter where I put this? I think it does. Okay, so we got 6 coins, tribute 2, so this is game over. It's not enough. Okay, so 2 coins gone to waste, but that's fine. Well, we got the win against the siege deck. I don't know why that King Bellahun was in there. So since I saw that card, you know, I just instantly went for the kill, but I think that was unnecessary because, you know, Horson, you know, Junior is really a valuable card in this deck. So if I had the, you know, open deck list, I probably wouldn't have used that card. Okay, so 1 game, 1 win. As I said in the beginning of the video, I apologize for the lack of content, but hopefully when the new expansion arrives, you're gonna be seeing a lot of stuff in this channel. So hope to see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.